We are here, we are here, we are here on this amazing day. Okay, everyone, this is Cam Jones, FX Daily Analysis, and we are marking up SIG. We are on a monthly time frame. Price action, last candle to right hand side, is a bullish green candle. We do have price action overall, higher highs. Price action overall, lower lows. Midpoint. Also adding second level lows and third level lows. So let's zoom in the price to see what's going on. So we can see price is located at the midpoint of the overall structure, at the bottom of the midpoint of the overall structure, in that area of a zone. Also, there's a pattern trying to form. Price action is a bullish green candle, engulfing the second last candle, which is a doji and a retest. So market is currently trying to retest the previous second last candle and the previous area of that pattern and push up. Price is currently sitting at 69.58. So if price work its way up, we are looking for price to tag that resistance line of 74.94. Before tagging that area, it can tag a line of 72.03. If price decides to draw back to retest, it can tag that midpoint of that area between the black and red SR lines of 65.73. If price drops down further, it can also tag the numbers nearing 61.32. So if price action works its way up further, we know that we can clearly see that market's coming from a pattern at that low. Also, it's coming from a pattern at that high area at the midpoint, and also we have a overall structure of a pattern. So let's talk about what we see. So we can see that the market tagged that overall area of resistance, came back to the area of support. So it pushed up, came all the way back down. Once that market reached that low area, it created a pattern, as we can see, as the overall first, second, third, fourth. So we have a double bottom. So market also broke that previous area, which would be the midpoint between the black SR lines of resistance and support. If we put a midpoint line here, we can see that market created that W formation, broke, tagged that midpoint, wasn't able to push up further. After the break and retest, what happened? The market came back to retest the previous W formation, and we were trying to see if that market's going to have that engulfment to the last previous candles to identify the double bottom, the break, the retest, and for that market to push up further. So let's take a look at that last few areas and see what's going on within that consolidation. So there's also another pattern that we can see. So to break this area down and see if that market does push up further, we do have a midpoint within that area. Market just broke at that pattern, at that low. We do have that first, second, third, fourth retest, and market pushed up once. So we have a double bottom and a retest, and the market pushed up once. So we're currently on the break of a major midpoint line. So as we're walking down the time frame, we are looking for the break and retest to see if that market is going to push up further to the black SR line. If not, market could be dropping down. If that market does decline, we can see that market's going to come from that pattern at that high. So it's patterns inside patterns. So the first pattern that we see, market did tag that resistance multiple times, which identified as the overall first, second, third, fourth. So we have a double top. Market came back to retest, and we have one push. Market came back to retest the previous side of that double top, double top and a retest, which will be an overall triple top. And if it doesn't break this midpoint here and it pushes down further, it could come from a triple top and a retest. Overall, quadruple top, 4 pushes to that area. Working our way to a weekly time frame. Price action weekly time frame identified as a bullish green candle. So we are receiving that break of that area. So we're going to put a midpoint right between the black and red SR lines. So we know that we currently have a break in that market. So we're looking down the time frame to see what's happening after that break. Below price action, we do have multiple pushes down to that bottom, which is identified as an overall first, second, third, fourth retest. Market pushed up once, retest. So market's coming from some type of triple bottom, maybe a quadruple bottom in that area. Retest, and market's trying to push out from that area. So we could, as I said before, that's why price action is trying to break that midpoint line. Headed down to the daily time frame, price action on the daily time frame reading as a bullish green candle. So we do have the break of that midpoint line still. So we're still waiting to see what's happening in that market after the break. Headed down to the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame reading as a bullish green doji. Indecisive, so that market's consolidating sideways so far. So it's patterns inside patterns. So what the market's currently reading, we do have if you put a midpoint through that second to last candle, what the market do? It broke, came back to retest. Price action candle has a spike down to that low. It can still follow with the bullish green candle, push up further. If not, we'll see that bearish red candle works its way down after this current price action to engulf that midpoint area to see if it's going to drop that market down further. But so far, the market is just identifying the break, retest, and a bit of a push back to the area of resistance. Headed down to a 3-hour time frame. Going back to the 4-hour time frame, another thing we're going to add on that 4-hour time frame is the zone. So we're going to find that major SR line currently in black, go a little bit above, a little bit below, and we can see that market is tagging that zone. So we do have, once again, the break of the zone, retest, the top of that zone, headed down to a 3-hour time frame. Price second, third still within each other. There's a wedge pattern going on in here. So as we walk down the time frame, we see that market bounce up and down with the current third, second, and price action wicks to the top side and bottom side that tag those areas for that flag pattern. Headed down to the 2-hour time frame, see the same as well. So to see if this market is going to really fully break out, you look for that market to break the previous price, second, third, fourth, the last candle of the market to identify the break, the retest to push up further. If not, anything within the top of that SR line to the bottom of that zone is consolidation. Headed down to the 1-hour time frame. Same as well, still in that wedge pattern, so market still bounced up and down. So while the market bounced up and down, we can see why that pattern is trying to form that W. So far as that a retest, if it's respected, we'll follow up with the bullish green candle. Market's working its way up. If not, it's coming down from overall double top. First, second, third, get the bearish red candle. Market's coming down for that M structure. 30-minute time frame, price action, bullish green candle, push up to the top. So it's tagging the previous area just like the doji on the opposite side. Headed down to the 15. Price action reading as a bearish red doji and decisive. What that market did was push up to that area and just worked its way sideways. Headed down to the 5-minute time frame. Price second, third, fourth, fifth, all within each other. So that's that consolidation overall. Break, retest, market pushed up a little further, still having a hard time breaking the previous candles. Headed down to a 3-minute time frame, price action, bearish red candle. So breaking down the area of resistance, midpoint low, market just broke. What's going to happen next is going to follow up on a 1-minute time frame, identifying a retest. So that's the break, the retest. Now, if it follows up with the bearish red candle, you see the push now. If not, it'll create that momentum and go back into that area of that zone to the top side. Okay, guys, this is Cam Jones, FX, SIG, stock.